Hey guys, welcome to day 22 of Vlogmas. I am so tired. It has been such a crazy day. I had to drive Zach out to my brother's this morning. He slept here last night. I went and got him late last night. And so yesterday, the pig tried to climb onto the coffee table in the living room to get at the kitten's food because he could smell it. Proceeded to get stuck, injure himself slightly, and break the table. So I had to go check on him, make sure his foot was okay. His hoof is fine. He's not like seriously injured or anything like that. Helped Zach get the last feeding of the day done. Because basically every time Zach goes to feed him, he gets bit. So anyway, I went and picked Zach up last night, brought him home. We had dinner, I picked up some McDonald's and we ate at my brother's place before we came back. We got home, it was almost midnight. Went back over there this morning because the pig gets fed 3 times a day. The cats only get fed once a day and then topped up dry food if they run out. But the pig gets fed 3 times a day. So I dropped Zach off this morning and then I had to go to the office. Blah, 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 all that fun stuff. And pooped. And then I went and picked him up after I was finished work. Brought him back to the house for a little bit because the pig had already had lunch and he wasn't going to be fed again until 10 p.m. So it's like 8:30 now and the pig is going to be fed like later on. And the cats get fed around 10 as well. So I brought him home for a little while so he could relax, hang out with George a little bit because George misses him when he's not here. She's actually pretty angry with me right now that I took him back out and didn't bring him home. We went and did some errands. I picked up a few groceries before the storm of the century, which I don't know. I can't even see out the window. It's dark. There was some pretty heavy snow when we were on the Ottawa side doing some errands, but there, by the time I drove him to my brother's, the snow had stopped. So I'm not sure what it looks like on the Ottawa side now, but on our side, it's pretty clear. It was starting to spit a little bit again when I got home, but I'm not worried. I mean, I may have to clean the car before I go anywhere else, but he's got supplies and he's hunkered down for a few days now. I told him I'm not going back to get him until the roads are clear. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure if we're going to get the storm of the century, but my porter pals are all being bombarded as if we are. So there we are. So he's good to go. He's got food. He's got supply. He's got whatever he needs for the next few days. He brought his computer over so he wouldn't get bored because he spends an awful lot of time gaming with his friends online. So he's doing that. School is out for him until, I want to say the 2nd week of January, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, so I think he's out until end of January. He was supposed to start again mid-December, and then he got sick, so he couldn't go back to school. And then by the time he was better, it was like they'd already left for their Christmas break, so he's going back in January. He's been out of school since the beginning of COVID. He's basically doing, I think it's a high school equivalency so that he can get into trade school. He hasn't quite settled on which trade he wants to go into yet, but he's narrowed it down to 2 or 3. So we'll see what happens. And yeah, he's doing good. So I did get my blanket square knit. I have no idea what it is, but it reminds me of my sister-in-law's cat, which is a ragdoll. She has a long-haired ragdoll. And this kind of reminds me of her. It's got the orange, it's got the gray, it's got the black and the white, and it reminds me a lot of Pandora, who you will have seen in the video last night if you watched it. So this was a nice thick sock yarn. I'm not sure what it is, but it's very, like it's a thick, very tightly spun one, and I really like it. So all the colors came out beautifully. It was nice to knit with. I have not yet got the shawl portion done for this evening, but I didn't want to knit it first and then record super late at night. I will start knitting it while watching whatever. I've already caught up on all my Vlogmas. I did that while I was knitting the square. So I'm watching other stuff. I've given up on 24, which is what I've been watching the last little while. I got through part of season 4 and I was just like, you know what? This is just so repetitive. I got tired of the world is ending and only Jack Bauer can save it, and he can only do it by flying in the face of everything that the institution he works for believes in, and which sets everybody against him except the president. And it just got so boring. And it was predictable. By the middle of season 4, I knew exactly the progression of events that was going to happen. I didn't care what the particular situation was, but you could tell exactly what the progression was going to be. Plus, they got rid of my favorite character. His daughter wasn't in season 4 at all. So I was just like, not into this anymore. I don't want to watch it anymore. I mean, I generally watch runs of series that are over. Because I don't want to fall into the Firefly trap again. Most of my nerds will understand what that means. So I gave up, and I saw that a couple of new seasons of, what is it now? It's one of those cop shows. It's an FBI one. What's it called? Dang it. Well, I'm in the middle of an episode, so I can just go look. No, I can't, because my computer won't let me. That's the second time today my browser has just gone and not allowed me to do anything anymore. And the worst part is I was in the middle of a podcast episode and I paused it. So I'm probably going to have to go and look for that again. Dang it, that's going to bother me. Criminal Minds, that's it. So they just recently uploaded seasons 14 and 15 of Criminal Minds, I think. So I was like, ooh, well, that's one of my favorites. So I will go back and watch season 14 of that. Because up until about a month ago, there was only up to season 13. And they've added more, so I'm thrilled. I love Criminal Minds. I never watched it when it was originally on, but I'm very much enjoying it now. And so I gave up on 24 and I went back to Criminal Minds. So that is what I'm going to knit my shawl portion while I'm watching this evening until I get too tired, and then I will go to bed and finish it in the morning because I'm pooped. I'm so tired. I don't even remember what my tea was this morning. I know I did it. I didn't leave it out, and I don't remember what it was. I'm really tired. So it was 22. Here's 22. That's my tea. Out of the box. Valerian Nights. Right. That was why I didn't leave it out. I've had valerian tea before. I was not fond of it. But I know this puts me to sleep. So I'm going to save this. I'm not going to drink it today because I will fall asleep very easily without it. I may save this for a night where I've got, because I do get insomnia sometimes. And that, like, this morning, I woke up to pee at like 5:45 in the morning. Could not get back to sleep. I don't get up that early. I never, ever. If I get up that early, something's wrong or I'm catching a flight. I do not get up that early. I usually get up around 8:30 because my workday starts at 9 and I work at the foot of my bed. So my bed is like literally right there. So I do not get up that early. I'm not a morning person. I never will be. My partner and I are very well matched in that respect. Neither one of us is a morning person. So I'm going to save this for a night or a morning where I cannot get back to sleep or I cannot get to sleep. And yeah, because this will knock me out. And that's probably not a good plan. It was certainly not a good plan for a work day where I had to be at the office and drive in. So that's why I couldn't remember what the tea was. Deal with that tomorrow. So yeah, I'm going to watch a few episodes of whatever and knit my shawl portion to the point where I can. The only other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about today was another new podcast that I checked out the first couple of episodes of. She is called Wool and Oaks, and to be honest, if she has mentioned her name thus far, I don't remember what it is. It's been one of those days. I feel like I should just quit now and go to bed. So I don't remember if she has said what her name is. I don't remember what it is. I'm sorry, but Wool and Oaks is the name of the podcast. I will link it down below. I'm enjoying it. She's very goal oriented. She's episode 3, and she's going through all her 2023 knitting goals, and she's like compiled all the data from 2021 and 2022 of what she completed during those years. And so she's like talking about all the goals that she has for the stuff she wants to knit next year. And I'm like, wow, I am lucky if I can figure out what I'm knitting next. When I finish a project, I'm usually like, what do I do now? Especially if it's a big project I've been working on for a long time. I'm usually at a bit of a loss. Unless I have a couple of other things on the go, I'm usually at a bit of a loss as to what to do next. And I usually have to scramble a little bit, pick a yarn out of a bin somewhere or whatever, and figure out what I'm going to do with it. And there are a few yarns where I have specific projects, but there aren't very many. And ow, I just realized I gave myself a nice little paper cut this morning at work. That really hurts. I'm amazed I didn't notice that when I went and... it must have been in the second batch of shredding I did today, because that was not there when I went to the mailroom and put on hand sanitizer. So, ouch. But anyway, that's where I'm going to leave that. Go check out Wool and Oats. She's very good. And I'm really envying her yarn cabinet that is right behind her right now, because I didn't quite finish the most recent episode, but definitely check her out. She's I'm enjoying her. So yeah, I think that's about it for me. I either need some caffeine or I need to go have a nap. And if I have a nap, I'm not getting back up. Because let's face it, it's 8:45, sorry. Which means I've been waffling for 15 minutes. So I'm going to quit it now and say goodnight to you all, and hope that everybody has had a decent week. Tomorrow's Friday. It's a half day at work, sort of, kind of, not officially. And then I do work Porter again tomorrow. I feel really bad for them tonight because the call queues have been insane for the last couple of days. I did do a few hours yesterday. I am not doing it tonight. I needed some downtime. I needed some me time. I needed some running around time. And now I think I need some nap time. So I am not helping tonight, which I feel a little guilty for, but everybody needs a day off once in a while. So yeah, I'm taking my evening off and I'm running with it. And I will be back in the fray tomorrow, either way. So it's all good. Anyway, I hope everybody's having an awesome week, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye, guys.